Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And I want to let you know that in the past, let's say, during the past few weeks, I have had the great pleasure and honor to have been able or to talk with a number of people, dear friends of mine, and also film enthusiasts and podcasters and the like. And so I am just so happy that I've been given this opportunity to talk with a lot of our dear friends. And so I will try to continue this to the best of my ability. Like with anything here on YouTube or in life, there are so many things one wants to do, right? So many things one wants to do, so little time. And so I wish I could do more, but just given my own schedule, I will try to do as many as I can because I find it to be a very exciting and dynamic format. And because I learn so much from the one-on-one discussions with the many people. And also, I think that these are friends, and so it's always nice to get a perspective from someone who maybe has his or her own YouTube channel or podcast or has other connections with the world of cinema. And so this is something that I find very fascinating and illuminating. And I will try to continue this going forward on this channel. Again, if you're interested, my friends, if you're interested. And speaking of which, and I had the great honor very recently to talk with Mr. Brian Sauer. And so that's I think the most recent one that's up now on YouTube. So if you want to check that out, you're welcome to do so. And also, I had the great honor this week of being able to speak with the filmmaker, the director and screenwriter, Mr. Carlos Cuaron. And this was all thanks to many key people, and also in collaboration with the Embassy of Mexico here in Japan. And it was a real honor to have been able to speak one-on-one with Mr. Carlos Cuaron. I really enjoyed it immensely. He had such great comments to make, and it was so enlightening and funny and intelligent and so warm and generous with his time. So I was very moved by this. Now, the interview itself is done. It is finished. And it's ready to go. And it was viewable on this channel for, I think, a little bit, maybe an hour or so. But then it was decided last minute to have the interview with Mr. Carlos Cuaron itself be made public on my channel around the same time as the start of certain celebratory events at the Embassy of Mexico. And so that's going to happen in September. And so the idea now is that the interview with Carlos Cuaron will be made public here on my YouTube channel on September 2nd, which is going to be next week, so about a week from now. So as I said, it's already done, but it'll be made public on this channel a week from now, so September 2nd. So if you're interested, I hope to see you here on September 2nd. In the meantime, though, I do have the link available, and so for anyone who is in maybe the same Criterion Collection related Facebook private groups, or if we are friends, you and I, on Facebook, you can find the links there to the Carlos Cuaron interview. And for about a week, you'll be able to watch the interview in this sort of exclusive format, I suppose. And so if you're interested, please, if we're on the same Facebook private groups or we're friends there, you can always drop me a line, or you can just take a look at the links that are there. Again, they are private, so they aren't publicly made available on YouTube. But if you can find those links through the Facebook connections from me, you can access them through there. So if you can't wait, if you really want to watch it, and I'd be very honored if you felt that way, then you by all means please find me on Facebook, or try to find me in those same groups, and then you can take a look. Otherwise, my friends, again, no changes. It'll be made public next middle of next week, my time. So I'm looking forward to it very much. I did mention Criterion, and so there are a number of Criterion connections with Carlos Cuaron, as I think some of you may already know. So there's this film, which is Solo con tu pareja, and Y tu mamá también, which is right here. These are two Criterion films. These are films directed by Alfonso Cuaron, who is the brother of Carlos Cuaron. But these were written or co-written. They were written by Alfonso Cuaron and Carlos Cuaron. And in fact, you can find on these discs, you can find short films. On Solo con tu pareja, you can find a short film written and directed by Carlos Cuaron called Wedding Night. And there's in fact included with that short film directed by Carlos Cuaron a little write-up or a little essay wherein Carlos Cuaron is described as talking about his inspiration for Wedding Night. So it's very interesting. So this is a DVD at the moment, but in case you're interested, my friends. And then as far as the Criterion release of Y tu mamá también goes, which is a fantastic release, my friends, of a fantastic film, please check it out if you haven't already. Along with, of course, the film itself, which, as I say, was written by Alfonso Cuaron and Carlos Cuaron. The same is true for Solo con tu pareja. You can find here, among the many other supplements, the short film by Carlos Cuaron, which is called You Owe Me One. And so you can find that here as well. So you can find Carlos Cuaron's short film on here, and you can find it on here as well. There are also other films that he has done, and you can find them through other means. A number of them you can find, for instance, on streaming, I understand. I think Amazon Prime has a number of them available, and the like. And so again, if you're interested in this, I will of course make all the materials, they're all going to be made available in the description box of that interview itself. So just if I just ask for your patience, and you can wait for that, and then we can go from there, and you can explore the works of Carlos Cuaron, with your own at your own pace, of course. I just wanted to say that in the interview with him, I spoke about, for example, his use of the different medium. The media of the short film medium versus the feature-length film medium, and he had some real fascinating things to say about that. And he also talked about his creative process, how he gets ideas, and he talked about his outlook on life and his outlook on cinema. And one of his short films is called The Second Bakery Attack. And this is very significant too, because this is a short film, and it stars Kirsten Dunst. And this is very significant because this is based on a story written by Haruki Murakami, the Japanese author Haruki Murakami. And so during this interview, I had the great honor of asking Mr. Cuaron about the Second Bakery Attack and his outlook and approach and perspective on the story. And he was so insightful, and he told me about his love of Murakami and meeting Haruki Murakami and talking with him about his view on the story that Murakami wrote. And he talked about his approach to the story itself, the circumstances involved in that, and that led into a lovely discussion about Carlos Cuaron's outlook on Japanese cinema, and and how the films that he saw really. There was a wonderful thing that he said, where he said that he started to watch Japanese cinema, when he was fairly young. And he said it was a life-changing thing for him, which I was so moved by. During the interview, I became almost emotional. And so it was a beautiful thing. And then to hear him elaborate and discuss and to provide anecdotes about his approach to cinema, and Japanese cinema in particular, and literature and Murakami and his work, and working with collaborators and working solo, etc. It all became a really wonderful time. I was so thrilled, and I was so happy, and just to be able to hear this man, this artist, talk in such friendly terms, warm terms, funny, witty, smart, intelligent, sharp, and just with everything that he said, it was so illuminating and so warm and charming that I was just I was, and I still am, I'm kind of on a bit of I'm on cloud nine. And so I cannot wait to share that with you, my friends. Again, it'll be made available publicly here on this channel in about a week, so September 2nd. So, and I hope that you enjoy it. And then in the meantime, for any of my anyone with whom I know on Facebook, there are links available through those private means, and so you can take a look right now if you want, if you're so interested. So, but otherwise, my friends, thank you so much for this, and I will continue to continue with the interview discussions and conversations because, as I say, they have been so splendid from my point of view, so illuminating, so eye-opening, and I've learned so much from so many different people, and it's been nothing except just pleasantries and just wonderful feelings and emotions, and making friends, and just making new friends, and talking with old friends, and so there's nothing better, my friends. I'm just so over the moon, and I'm so touched and honored and privileged. Once again, I've said it many times before, but good things are worth repeating. I feel so honored to be considered by you to be a member of this film community, and so I what's the phrase? I count my blessings. I consider myself very fortunate, and I'm just I'm forever grateful. So thank you very much, my friends, for providing me with these opportunities. I'm very much appreciative, very much, and I look forward to our continuing conversations going forward between now and September, October, November, and then December, and then we will be at the end of 2020, and the year 2020 will be behind us. Yes, and so with that, my friends, until then, of course, there is still a lot of cinema to watch, and I will certainly do my best, and I hope that you do the same, because one of the great things about doing this YouTube thing, my friends, is hearing from you and hearing about the latest cinematic discoveries that you make along the way on your own personal cinematic journeys. So, my friends, that's it for now, and so until we meet again, please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great, great movies. Thank you so much again for your time, my friends, and cheers.